Grimmie, you know the business, y'all. It's definitely going down out here in the LA streets, doing our thing all the way from the big 619 style. I'm telling you, man, we mess with everything. We out here with the drum and bass with CRS and APX1. It goes down super grimy style. But the trippy part is, this is how grimy they are. Man, they be throwing shows in the middle of the day, man. Super grimy on a Sunday. It is going down, man. Let's go inside and check them out. Grimmie, you know the business. Grimmie, you know the business, y'all. It's definitely going down out here in the LA streets. I'm with APX1 and CRS. Tons of drums and ghetto life, man. It's going down, man. Check this out. We out here doing our thing with drum and bass representatives out here, man. I gotta say, it is a pleasure to meet you guys, man, for sure, man. You know the business. Now, I'm gonna tell you something a little bit about these cats right here, man. They out here in these streets running them. They've been doing it for years, and we had to check them out on a real grimy tip, because they're definitely grimy, if you know what I mean. Now, man, we got to know, how did y'all two hook up and what's going on here today? Whichever one wants to start off with that, man.
We basically hooked up just through the music, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we both were born and growing up on the east side of LA, and it was just like, you know, common things together, brought us together, you know, with the music and the art and the lifestyle. And, you know, we're just like brothers, man. We just been running this like for years, you know what I mean? So like we just continue to build our crowd and our people and our followers, and just, you know, do what we love to do, and whoever wants to roll with the ride, you know, we just roll like that.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're doing here today. When we got together was a day party, you know, like my idea and his idea was to do like, you know, we're from the ghettos, like from the streets of East LA, you know what I mean? Like to us, like we grew up with backyard bangers, like, you know what I mean? Like backyard parties, ditching parties, you know what I mean? Like people on the East Coast don't know what's up with backyard parties because they don't got no backyards. You know what I mean? Like you guys are partying on rooftops, it's the truth. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? Every time I go over there talk about, oh yeah, I remember backyard parties, people on the East Coast are like, backyard? What do you mean? You know what I mean? Like they don't have no clue about that. And over here, like we're raised on the West Coast with house parties and like just family type of events where it doesn't matter if it's during the day or at night, you bring all your people, all your family together, it's gonna be a good time. And not including, you know what I mean, including the liquor, you know what I mean, a little smoke, you know you always need that. So our idea was to give birth to that, you know what I mean? Because nobody had done it. People do it every now and then, maybe once or twice a summer, but we wanted to give birth to something that people could look forward to every month and be able to have something to go to and look forward to be able to come here and party for $5, man. We got 3 areas, 2 fully stocked bars, you know what I mean? 18 and over, always over 40 artists. There's like over 12 MCs. I mean, it's like nobody else other than CRS and APX1 can get together this many artists all to work together, all pretty much donating their time, all of them playing for free, working for free, all for the love, so everybody has a place to be able to come during the day, you know what I mean? And not only that, that's the reason why it is that it's called I Love LA, you know what I mean?
What I'd like you guys to do is to educate the grimy people out there on what drum and bass really is. Like, how did it become and what it is today, and how would you describe drum and bass, man?
To us, it's more of just an extension of what music already is today. And basically what it did was, when, you know, software and technology got into the whole situation, it just allowed producers to be more creative with their beat style of production, their sampling and whatnot. And pretty much it's just, you know, it's the roots of any type of music you really want it to be, with just the heavy extra percussion, the heavy extra drums, the heavy extra synths, the bass lines, you know, but it ties together the roots of like dub rock, reggae, you know, R&B, soul, hip hop, pretty much everything, you know, anything, rock, jazz.
Especially jazz, you know what I mean? Like with jazz, I mean, you listen to any kind of jazz piece, you know what I mean? And you can hear just off the drums, off the cymbals, you know what I mean? Just off of hi-hats, off of jazz. I mean, you hear drum and bass and where it is that it came from, I mean, dating back to like over 20 years ago, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's got some roots, man, you know what I mean? Just like hip hop, you know, everything became digital, and the minute people stopped using live instruments, we had to inject, you know what I mean? We had to inject our flavor, our style, our roots of whatever music it was that we're feeling, you know what I mean? From our past or whatever it is that our parents grew us up, you know what I mean? Like raised us on, and, you know, pretty much influence that into the drum and bass. So that way, everyone that's out there, whether you're young or you're old, you know, you could sit there and you can bob your head and be able to, you know what I mean, be like, you know what, Dad, wait a minute, you hear that, right? Dad, that's a Kool in the Gang sample. Wow. And you know what I mean? And you're talking, and you're sitting there going, wait a minute, you're 55. Wow. You know, you're enjoying drum and bass because of the fact that, you know, people put that, you know, that style and that flavor into drum and bass, so that way, you know, jungle music, it just isn't jungle music no more, man. You know, I mean, it's a worldwide, like, I mean, it's like a monster.
You know, your MySpace. You got to get kind of MySpace or anything?
MySpace.com/DJ CRS. Real simple.
And mine's /DJ APX, the #1. You know what I mean? Oh, and one more thing. We got mad videos, commercials, live footage of us out on the road. I edit all the footage myself. You know what I mean? Like, we put together like a lot of flicks, and we really want to share it with the world. So it's a new channel. It's called Tons of Drums TV. It's on YouTube. So just go to YouTube, you know, /Tons of Drums, and you know you'll find it. You know, or if not, just DJ APX1, Google. You'll find our videos and get there. You know what I mean? We got like over 40 videos on there. You got to check it out, man. You know what I mean? Like, that stuff's hot. You might see yourself on TV. You never know. You know.
The business, man. APX1, Curious, Auditory behind the camera, ELO, keeping it grimy on the Grimmie Wreck Show, yeah, we gone.
I love LA, day party, tons of drums and ghetto life. Driving TV inside, you know what the deal.